just bought a Reolink security camera. In this video, I'll walk you through everything from unboxing, inserting the micro SD card, connecting it to Wi-Fi, installing it with the solar panel, and using the app for person detection and downloading clips. This is the full guide from start to finish. This is Argos 4 Pro Reolink Solar Panel 2. Cut the seal, pull out the tab, lift the lid. At the top, there is a cardboard sleeve. Take it out, and inside it, there are booklets and documentation, such as operational instruction. And then there is a solar panel with a 4-meter USB cable. Then there is a box with mounting plate, pack of screws, and a strap if you want to wrap around the tree. And this is the bracket for the solar panel that you would have to screw to the wall. Get the other container out, and then we get to the camera. I remove the protection after the installation. At the bottom is a place to insert the micro SD card, and at the back you could see the USB and the port for the security mount. And inside this box we got the security mount, strap for tying around a tree or a pole, screws for mounting on a wall. Watch my next video to learn how to insert the micro SD card. At the bottom of the camera, there is this slot for micro SD card. Remove the rubber cover. I'm using the SanDisk 128 GB Extreme Micro SD XC because it's fast, durable, and ideal for security cameras. It handles 4K and constant motion triggered recording really well, and it's also the safest capacity for the Reolink Argos 4 Pro. If you want the same one, you can find the Amazon link in the description. After getting out the micro SD card, simply insert the micro SD card into the slot. Luckily, I got a long nail which I can use to completely insert the SD card into the slot. Now close the rubber cover, and now we are good to install the camera. First, connect the USB-C cable to the USB-C port at the back of your Reolink security camera. And then as soon as you connect the cable, you should start hearing this message.
Welcome to Reolink. Please install Reolink app.
Now take the manual and find the QR code and then scan it using your phone and then select the link. This would then take you to the Reolink app in the App Store. And if you don't have the QR code, you could directly search Reolink in the App Store and then tap on Get to install the app. Once the installation is completed, tap on Open and then tap on Start. You will need to agree to the terms of service. So tap on agree. To allow notification, tap on allow, and then you might get a message saying Reolink would like to send you critical alerts. Tap on allow. Then in the Reolink home tab, you will see the option to add new device. Tap on it. Reolink would like to access your camera. Tap on allow. If your QR code is not scanning, then select LAN and then select configure Wi-Fi via Bluetooth. If your camera is not on, then find the cover at the bottom of the camera and open it. Find the power button and hold it for 5 seconds to turn on the camera. Go back to the app and then tap on next. If you can't hear the setup message from the camera, then you will need to reset the device. So quickly press the power button 3 times to reset the camera. And if you still can't hear the message, then unplug the USB-C cable, wait for a few seconds, and then plug it back in. And then hopefully you should be able to hear this message.
Welcome to Reolink. Please install Reolink app.
Come back to the app and then tap on I have heard the voice played by the device checkmark and then tap on next. Then Reolink would like to access your Bluetooth devices. Tap on allow. Make sure your phone is near to the camera, and the next message is to allow Reolink to access your location. Tap on allow while using app. Time to enter your Wi-Fi info. So enter your Wi-Fi password and then tap on next. Then you will need to allow camera to access local networks by tapping on allow. You could save your passwords if you want to. And now camera is connected to your Wi-Fi. That is why it's detecting that a new version of its software is available. So tap on update. Keep your phone near to the camera and make sure the screen stays on and don't change to any other app. Just wait until the camera's software is updated. Now you need to create Reolink's app password. Enter your password and then confirm the same password and then tap on next. Enter the name of your device or select one of the given options and then tap on next. I bought this microSD card recently, so I get the message that it was never formatted. So tap on next and then you will need to tap on confirm to confirm formatting your microSD card. So these are a few tips of where to position your camera so that it would avoid frequently moving objects. You should not directly point it to strong light or to heat sources or to mirror. And it should not be far away from your Wi-Fi signal. And then tap on next, read the statement and then scroll down and then tap on I got it. Initialization is now complete. Tap on next. And then it would ask you to access your photos. Tap on limit access, tap on the check mark. This would then save the QR code of your device for future references. And finally tap on I got it and then select the live camera from your app. This is the base and the bracket. Turn the base anti-clockwise to remove it from the bracket. It has two holes to screw to the wall. It comes with screws and wall plug. The camera should be installed at a height of 2 to 2.5 meters and it can detect up to 10 meters across and 2 meters away from the camera. Also, it's important not to install the camera right above the door. So I suggest you to install the camera 0.5 meter to 1 meter to the side of the door. So make sure the bracket is 2 to 2.5 meters from the ground and then hold the bracket to the wall and mark the position of the holes and then start drilling the holes. I use a 6mm drill bit. You don't need to make the holes longer than the screw length and then insert the plug into the holes. Keep the bracket aligned with the holes and then start screwing one by one, and in this way the bracket is installed. Now take the second part of the bracket and then turn it onto the base in the clockwise direction until it is tight enough, and then you can turn the top part of the bracket to any angle you want and make sure the screw is at the front. But before installing the camera, it's better to first install the solar panel so that the dust from the drilling of the wall would not fall on the camera. The USB cable that connects the solar panel with the camera is around 4 meters long, so it's better to install the solar panel above the camera, somewhere that it gets lots of sun, avoid shadows, and I would recommend somewhere between 20 to 50 centimeters away from the camera. So mark the holes from the solar panel bracket onto your wall, then use a 6mm drill bit and drill the holes. Again, the hole doesn't need to be too deep, and then insert the plugs into the holes and then one by one start screwing. Similarly, you could adjust the screw that holds the solar panel by turning it. And now we are ready to install the solar panel. Insert the solar panel's hole onto the screw and then start turning it clockwise until it is tight. Once again, adjust the angle of the solar panel and make sure it is secure. If the camera is not on, open the cover at the bottom of the camera and then hold the power button for 5 seconds for the camera to turn on. Now take your camera and then screw it to the bracket that we installed on the wall and then turn the camera clockwise to tighten it. Again, you could turn it from the back to adjust the camera. And then connect the USB-C from the solar panel to the bottom of the camera. Make sure the USB-C is fully inserted in to make a waterproof cover. Now remove the plastic film from the lens of the camera and other plastic film from the PIR sensor. Here it is. Now the camera is fully installed and ready to use. You could now open Reolink app and watch live feed of your security camera. Now I'm gonna show you how to use the app. First, if you would tap on the speaker icon, you could now also hear the sound of the live feed. Tap on it again to turn it off, and then you could tap on this icon to watch the video in full screen. Tap on the same icon again to go back to the original screen. Tap on the photo camera icon to take a photo. Tap on the video camera icon to start recording, and then tap again to stop the recording. tap on the high icon to select the quality of your feed. Clear means it would be a higher quality, and fluent would make the video to run more smoothly but at a lower resolution. One of the most important feature is the playback. Tap on it. Here you could find all the clips that are recorded when your sensor has detected a moving object, and it automatically saves into your microSD card. Here you could see the date of the recording. Tap on the filter icon, then you could apply a filter. For example, you're just interested in the recording of people, then select person and then tap on confirm, and then you could see it only has got one recording on 5th of December. Tap on it to play the video. You could see the person is walking in the video, and then you could tap on the download icon and then tap on the download icon again. This would then start downloading the video. Tap on done, and then if you go to your photos library, you could play the downloaded video and share it with anyone else if you want to. Now back to the app, select the drop down. It takes you to the home, and if you have got more than one camera, you could see them all in here. Select the front door camera again. Some other options, tap on the alarm icon and then tap on the icon again to turn on the alarm to scare off people. The alarm rings only for around 2 seconds, so you need to tap on it again to ring the alarm. If you have installed your camera in a low light environment, then you could turn on the camera's light by tapping on the torch icon. This would then turn on the built-in LED lights. Tap on it again to turn it off. Tap on the talk icon, tap again on the icon, and now you can speak through your phone to someone near your camera. So if you're away from your home, you could talk with someone remotely. Tap on the gear icon. This takes you to the settings. Here you could make sure your battery is fully charged. That means your solar power is working well. Here there are many settings that you can change. For example, detection alarm. You could create areas that you don't want it to detect moving objects. And a very important setting to change is push notifications. Tap on it. By default, it is off. Tap on it to turn it on. And then here it will give you a few other settings that you can change to customize your notifications. One very important option is schedule. Tap on it. And here you could select detection type. So if you don't want to get notifications whenever your sensor detects something moving, then you could uncheck the other options and just leave person checked and then tap on save. In this way, you will get notifications only when a person is detected. Here you could also adjust the time of the day of different days of the week to get notifications. Tap on save to save your changes. Tap on test to see if your notification works. Sometime later, I got this notification from Reolink saying person detected by front door, and then you can tap on the notification to open it. And if you just want to view the clips where there are people, then you can just select person in the filter. And as you can see, 1 hour ago there was a person accessing the property. In this way, you could have a security camera without paying monthly fees, where you could access your camera remotely from anywhere.